You just finished a job for a new client. They're ecstatic about the work that you're doing, and they can't stop saying good things about you. Still, you can't help but shake this feeling in the back of your head. You try to ignore it, but it just grows stronger. You're a fake, says the voice running through your head. You're a fraud, and they're going to find out. Your days as a creative are numbered. Anxiety kicks in, and you start to worry. It bothers you for the rest of the day, or at least until you can find something else to fill in your time. Does this sound familiar? Well, you're hardly alone in this. I've struggled with imposter syndrome for a very long time. A lot of creatives and entrepreneurs do. In fact, the more competent you are at something, the more likely you are to doubt yourself. After all, incompetent people think they know it all. So, how do you combat this dreaded menace? Well, here are 11 great ways that you can cope with imposter syndrome. Number 1, look at your old work. Look at your work from a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago even. Chances are you've come a long way since then. When you take the time to see how much you progressed, it really puts things into perspective. And even though you see flaws now that no one else can see, you'll overcome those because you know what you need to improve on and what you need to work on. Because you got this. Number 2, think of someone you look up to. Do you have a role model to whom you look up to? Well, chances are they have this feeling too. That is, unless you look up to Donald Trump. And in that case, why are you on a page for progressive creatives and entrepreneurs? As I said before, that overwhelming feeling is shared by many people. You are not alone in this. Number 3, open up to those you trust. Don't bottle your feelings up. Let it out. Chances are someone else in your network feels the same way you do. When I went to my first conference after a long battle of depression, I got the chance to talk to other creatives in my industry. What I learned was that feeling that I have was felt by a lot of them. All of a sudden I felt like I was on equal footing, like I wasn't the fraud, like I was going through the same struggle as everyone else. It really helped me open up more and just enjoy networking at that event. It was actually the first time I ever actually truly enjoyed connecting at an event like that. Now, I'm not suggesting you walk up to everyone at a networking event and say that you feel like a fraud, but if there's someone that you trust, go talk to them. Open up. Just be vulnerable. It's okay. Number 4, create. When you're struggling with self-doubt, it can be hard to find the motivation to do anything creative. Trust me, I've been there. You try to draw or you try to write or whatever, and the second you start getting your pencil to paper, you just freeze up, lock up, your brain shuts off, and you wind up turning on Netflix. To hack your brain and fight the urge to just lie there and do nothing, you need to pick up a pencil, strum a guitar, or do whatever gives you creative passion. Set an alarm for 30 minutes and just create. If you don't feel like doing it anymore after 30 minutes, you can stop. But chances are, at that point, you'll be in the zone and you won't want to quit. Number 5, don't compare yourself to others. One of the worst things you can do as a creative is compare yourself to others. If you do, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. In the end, you'll just end up driving yourself crazy and you'll feel even worse than you began. What you need to know is those people that you idolize have had many years more practice than you. They didn't just get like that overnight. So don't beat yourself up over other people's talent. You have your own skills, your own style, and your own way of doing things. So just do you and don't compare yourself to what others can do. Number 6, show your work to others. If you are feeling down over your work, show it to someone else. Someone that you trust to give you honest critique, but who will be gentle about it. When you're struggling with feelings of being an imposter, you don't need someone to be harsh with their critique. At the same time, you don't want to be showered with empty praise and validation. Try to reach out to a colleague that you trust on a professional level, rather than a close friend or family member. They may mean well, but friends and family tend to sugarcoat things, and they don't give a lot of feedback. So they may just end up making you in the mindset that they're just trying to make you feel better. Find the right person. Chances are that their feedback will be satisfactory. We usually are our own worst critics. Number 7, unplug if you can. This one can be easier said than done if you're someone whose job requires them to be connected. But sometimes it's good to take a break from the internet and media. I say this as someone that works in marketing. Throughout our day, we're constantly bombarded with messages that tell us how we should act and how we should be. If you don't fit into the mold that is set by society, it can really stab at your confidence. So if you really feel bad, just take a break from all the noise for a while and just relax and do something unplugged. Number 7, listen to a motivational speaker. When I was struggling with my feelings of being an imposter, I was just about ready to give up on pursuing a career of being a designer. It was the words of YouTube influencer and motivational speaker Roberto Blake that got me out of that mindset. It was him that helped inspire me to get back into my hustle and start my company, Valkyrie Design. I took his advice and started to spend each day creating something awesome. Since then, I have met a lot of other amazing people that have helped inspire me and give me the confidence to move forward with my career. Number 9, find a supportive mentor. Sometimes when we're working on a business or a creative venture, we can become vulnerable of falling into a pit of despair, where we question ourselves and our abilities. In these instances, just having someone who's been where you are and can guide you in the right direction can make all the difference. You can find a mentor in your network, or you can hire someone to help you out. You want to pick someone who's empathetic, open-minded, and who understands your situation. Number 10, join an online community or co-working space. Having a supportive community of like-minded entrepreneurs or creatives is a great way to put your feelings of inferiority in their place. There are many online communities on Facebook that you can connect with others. Some of these groups have a small fee, while others are free to use. I'm currently a part of Andrew and Pizza Atomic, as well as a collection of free groups that really resonate with me. I even started my own Facebook group for autistic entrepreneurs, freelancers, and creatives. Co-working is another example of a great way to connect with others in a supportive and collaborative environment. Chances are that there are many of these spaces in your community. You pay a fee for either a day or a month, and you're allowed to use the space as much as you want based on your package. Not all co-working spaces are created equally, so try to find one that resonates well with you. Number 11, talk to a professional counselor. Sometimes feelings of self-doubt can be so crippling that we need to seek out professional help. If that is an option, I highly recommend it. A counselor can help you sort out your feelings and get to the root of why you feel the way you do. They can provide you with non-biased and non-judgmental support, and they can help you develop strategies that will help you cope. Hopefully these tips and tricks help you conquer your imposter syndrome. These are just things that work for me, so your mileage may vary. Next time you feel self-doubt creep in, try to give one of these a try. Well, that's it for today. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.